She's not going away, Donald. The powerful president of Mexico had strong words for Donald Trump over the holidays, and she said, "How dare you talk about Panama being part of the United States?" She said that Mexico stands strongly with the sovereignty of Panama, that the Panama Canal belongs with the Panamanian people, and she made her position clear the same way she previously did when Donald Trump tried to attack Mexico. Here's President Claudia Sheinbaum sending a powerful message to Donald Trump. Let's play it.
Ahora, ayer también se refirió al tema de Panamá, y ahí sí nuestra solidaridad con el presidente de Panamá, que salió muy rápidamente a decir el canal de Panamá es de los panameños, y en efecto el canal de Panamá es de los panameños. Entonces ahí sí nuestra solidaridad, nuestro apoyo al presidente de Panamá, al pueblo de Panamá.
And as I said before, this is not the first time President Claudia Sheinbaum of Mexico has stood up to Donald Trump. She made it clear right away after Donald Trump threatened Mexico with tariffs. She said, "If you do this to us, while we want to be a cooperative partner in trade and a good ally, as we've always been together, cooperation is best." But she said, "You inflict pain on us, we will inflict pain upon you." And she said, "Look, the drug problems that you talk about with synthetic drugs, that's an American problem. Also, y'all are exporting weapons of war here in Mexico, which is resulting in the deaths of our people. Also, American corporations are based in Mexico. So if you tariff Mexico, you're going to inflict pain on American corporations as well." Remember what she said previously when Donald Trump had threatened Mexico? Here's what she said. Let's play it.
A un arancel vendrá otro en respuesta, y así hasta que pongamos en riesgo empresas comunes. Sí, comunes. Por ejemplo, de los principales exportadores de México a Estados Unidos son General Motors, Stellantis y Ford Motor Company, las cuales llegaron a México hace 80 años. ¿Por qué ponerle un impuesto que las ponga en riesgo? No es aceptable y causaría a Estados Unidos y a México inflación y pérdidas de empleo. Creo que nos vamos a poner de acuerdo. Yo tengo la visión de que va a haber un acuerdo con Estados Unidos y con el presidente Trump. Pero si ponemos en el centro la coordinación, la colaboración para poder atender de manera profunda el fenómeno migratorio, el problema de la crisis humanitaria que tienen en Estados Unidos por el consumo de fentanilo, pues entonces se va a atender de manera integral. Por eso digo, además de la carta, vamos a buscar una llamada para que nos sentemos lo más pronto posible.
And then after that, Donald Trump had a phone call with her, and then he tried to act like she backed down and she caved into all of his demands. And then what did she do? She responded right away and said, "Nothing that he said is accurate. All we've said is what we've said before, which is that Mexico has now put in robust protections, working with President Biden, may I add, in order to stop the caravans." She said that Mexico has initiated a number of measures as well to deal with the flow of fentanyl and other things from other countries. And she said, "You got to deal with your own problems, Donald Trump. Deal with your own problems. If you spent less money on weapons of war and more money actually fixing your immigration system, well, then maybe you'd be able to figure that one out versus attacking Mexico and Mexicans and migrants and doing what you're doing." You know, it's interesting too, because after she delivered that powerful message over the holidays, that powerful message to Trump, the one I showed at the beginning of the video, she then did a video with her husband, a nice Christmas video, but she also, I want you to watch this because she had a message for Mexicans in the United States as well, you know, which is, I think she's giving them a hint right here that, she's going to look out for their well-being as well if Donald Trump tries to threaten and harm them. And she sent this message to Mexicans and Americans as well on purpose, because she knows that Donald Trump is out there scaring them and talking about bloody mass deportations. So here you have a leader in Mexico, being a leader for a large community, essentially, in the United States now, in the absence of that with Donald Trump's theatrics and all of the awfulness that comes with Donald Trump. Here she talks about how Christmas is a very special time. She hopes people are spending it with their families. And then at the end, when she says Estados Unidos, she's saying that she wishes all the Mexicans in the United States well also. Here, just take a quick listen to this. Let's play it.
Hoy es un día muy especial para todas y todos los mexicanos, para las familias mexicanas. Les deseo que la pasen en familia, que puedan estar juntos. Recuerden que lo material no es importante, que lo más importante es el amor a nuestros semejantes, el amor a la familia, el amor a los hijos, a las madres, a los adultos mayores. Que la pasen muy bien este día. En especial, por supuesto, a todos los mexicanos y mexicanas que están en nuestro territorio, en las 32 entidades de la República, pero también a todas las mexicanas y mexicanos que están fuera de nuestro territorio en este momento. En particular, a todos los mexicanos y mexicanas que están en Estados Unidos, les deseo todo lo mejor, les agradecemos todo lo que hacen por sus familias y por México. Con mucho cariño, que tengan feliz Nochebuena y una feliz Navidad.
Feliz Navidad a todos y todas.
So while that was going on, Donald Trump posting, I just left Wayne Gretzky, the great one as he's known in ice hockey circles. I said, Wayne, why don't you run for Prime Minister of Canada, soon to be known as the Governor of Canada? You would win easily. You wouldn't even have to campaign. He had no interest, but I think the people of Canada should start a draft Wayne Gretzky movement. It would be so much fun to watch. Again, mocking Canada. Donald Trump's also posting Merry Christmas to all. And then he goes on to talk about, he goes also to Governor Justin Trudeau of Canada, whose citizens' taxes are far too high. But if Canada was to become our 51st state, their taxes would be cut by more than 60%. Their businesses would immediately double in size, and they would be militarily protected. He then goes on to say, likewise, the people of Greenland, which is needed by the United States for national security purpose and who want to be there as well. And so again, it's just more of the same from him threatening the sovereignty of foreign countries, while his cult supporters like Ron Johnson, a MAGA Republican senator from Wisconsin, is out there making Trump homemade cookies. I mean, these MAGAs are as culty and as weird. I mean, I'm just thinking, if you're watching this, especially as an international audience member, that our senators here in the United States of America make Christmas cookies for Donald Trump with Donald Trump's face on it. You don't get much weirder than that. Or maybe you can when it comes to MAGA. But, you have all of the kind of MAGA influencers posting things like this. We're taking back the Panama Canal. We're taking it back. First off, it was a lease. Donald Trump had previously posted, welcome to the United States Canal, with the American flag on it. And then when the president of Panama responded strongly to Donald Trump and said, every square meter of the Panama Canal belongs to Panama and the Panamanian people, and it will continue to belong to Panama. Stay out, Donald Trump. Trump reposted, we'll see about that. Also, he posted more advertisements for Trump guitars that he's selling. I mean, again, if you're watching this as an international audience member and you're saying, yeah, he sells NFTs, he sells coins, he sells sneakers, he sells Trump guitars, and he doesn't even manufacture them at first. They're just kind of like AI images, and then they make them 6 months later and sell him to his cult. Donald Trump had previously posted back in 2019, I promise not to do this to Greenland. And of course, continues to attack Greenland and the sovereignty of all of these countries. You know, what's interesting as well is to now hear all of these like tech bro MAGA kind of led by Elon Musk saying, no, look, we need migrants for engineering. Of course we do. We just don't have the labor supply for migrants in engineering, but it's these other sectors where migrants are taking the American jobs, which is just complete and utter BS. As our editor-in-chief, Ron Filipkowski, writes, we also have a huge national shortage of construction workers, agriculture workers, and food processors, landscapers, and hospitality workers. But he, Elon, and the tech bros, frankly, want all of them deported as not useful while justifying migrants in his industries in tech. This is what Elon Musk's post was over the holidays. Your understanding of the situation is upside down and backwards. Of course, my companies and I would much prefer to hire Americans, and we do. And that is much easier than going through the incredibly painful and slow work visa process. However, there is a dire shortage of extremely talented and motivated engineers in America. Meanwhile, as I've reported before, CNN tries to normalize this territorial expansion, conquering rhetoric by acting like it's normal. We exposed CNN for doing that at the MeidasTouch Network, where they wrote, Trump teases U.S. expansion. He teases it. The president-elect has suggested a territorial extension into Panama, Greenland, and Canada. If he's serious, it would rival the Louisiana Purchase. And then they continue that rhetoric over and over again there. But great work, Claudia Sheinbaum, calling out Donald Trump. And I can tell you there are tens of millions of Americans who do not agree at all with Donald Trump. We're embarrassed and humiliated by the disgusting individual that he is and that he surrounds himself with. And so call him out, stand up for yourself. He's ultimately a paper tiger. He's very weak. He needs a lot of attention. Just stand up for yourself. Stand up for yourselves against that ridiculousness. There are millions of Americans out there who understand and respect your sovereignty. I'm Ben Meiselas from the MeidasTouch Network. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 4 million subscribers together. Make sure you subscribe. It's free to subscribe. I want to hit 4.
Love this video? Make sure you stay up to date on the latest breaking news and all things Meidas by signing up to the MeidasTouch newsletter at MeidasTouch.com/newsletter.